What's up, everybody? It's Ty the Bourbon Guy, and welcome to the 25 Days of Whiskey. Today is day one. So, what it's all about is each day we're going to find a different whiskey, and we're going to enjoy it, and we're just going to share a little bit about it. It's all what it is. It's nothing high level, nothing about it. We're just picking 25 whiskeys. We're going to try them. We're going to talk about different things, maybe talk about the whiskey, and we're just going to enjoy the next 25 days. So for day one, I thought, what better bottle to start this whole thing with than the bottle that started it all? So I'm sure, like many of you, there's a lot of whiskeys out there that I tried that, one, I don't even remember the names, two, maybe not even be in business anymore, but they were like sub $14, sub $15, somewhere in that range. But the first bottle that I ever felt like, oh man, I made it. I bought a bottle of Maker's Mark, and it was a whiskey at that time. You know, you go out to a bar, you go out to a restaurant, whatever it was, and you order, instead of just ordering a Jim or Coke and Jack of Coke or whatever it was like a Maker's and Coke. And I felt like, man, like I made it, you know what I mean? Like it was, I felt elevated a little bit. Go from that to maybe Maker's on the rocks or something like that. It was just something that was a really cool experience, a really good whiskey for me at that point in time. And it really launched me into I really want to figure out more about this spirit. That, and I probably ruined every other alcohol out there for myself, but whiskey, I'm glad, was one of the ones I did not ruin. So Maker's Mark was one of the ones that just kind of elevated my game at that point in my bourbon journey or my whiskey journey. And I have grown with Maker's Mark. So it kind of goes full circle because I got a chance to go do, a private selection down there. And so there's still Maker's products that I enjoy to this day. But I think a lot of enthusiasts, myself included, there's so much out there. And you start in a certain range, or you start with certain whiskeys, and as you start to grow and you start to, just explore other whiskeys, what's out there, you kind of forget about what got you there, right? Like what got you to the dance. Maker's Mark is one of the ones that got me to this dance. And when I go back and revisit it, it's just like, man, I remember exactly why I fell in love with whiskey when I go back to this. So yes, my palate has developed more so. I've gotten, more used to drinking whiskey or whatever the case is, but man, revisiting it, it's still not bad. And to me, it's like, there's a reason why this is one of the top whiskey brands in the world. They make a great product. So, very soft on the nose. That's that same quintessential bourbon, Kentucky bourbon. If that's what somebody's looking for, it's this glass for sure. Let's try it. Soft on the palate. This bottle's only 90 proof, so very approachable, very soft, very gentle. If I just want to take, a daily sipper or just a drink of something, whatever it is, a bourbon, and I don't want it to melt my face off, this is an excellent choice. And the flavor's still there. Finish isn't crazy long or anything like that. It's not going to be an overly complex bourbon, but again, like I always mention, think about what that bourbon's trying to do. This bourbon is not trying to be an overly complex whiskey. It's supposed to be approachable. It's supposed to be capturing a wide range of people, and with it being available everywhere, mix it in cocktails when you're out, whatever the case is. Excellent choice. Cheers. Maker's Mark still deserves to be on that list. And because of that, and because it helped me start my journey, it's the official whiskey of day one of the 25 Days of Whiskey. I appreciate you tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.